Hey guys, it's Master Grade Jess, aka Jess.
Yep, Derek, SD Gunworks, and our other buddy,
Kevin Hong, Gunpla Hong here. Today, finally, we are going to build and review this big guy.
Not you.
No!
There it is, the Master Grade Extreme Unicorn.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah, the Verka.
I mean, yeah.
We've been waiting for a while to do this, so we're really super excited. We're gonna let Derek do all of it.
Yeah, we're gonna sit back, let him do it. But all kidding aside, you guys know it's a running joke here on the GTS.
Oh shoot.
You know, the unicorn. But we're gonna see what the hype's about. Apparently this is an amazing kit, and I guess you guys are gonna get to see us review it, so.
Yeah.
There is 67 pages, front and back. Good luck. That's all I got. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, Derek. We're not gonna do anything. You guys
No,
will see
we're
on the
all
video.
doing this.
Yeah, we're gonna get ice cream right now.
And real quick, we just want to thank PLAMOD for sponsoring the video and for sending us over the kit.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Boy. Alright guys, so it's my time to shine on this one, unless God forbids the guys just left me. Let's take a look and see what I got myself into. Woo! Nice. LEDs, a lot of runners. Still runners. Runners. Oh jeez. Oh Lord. Oh. Still more runners. Still more runners. Okay, I might need a hand. Guys, help!
No.
No.
Oh man. Cool. I'm excited. Currently, Jess is dealing with the LEDs. Kevin's going with the weapons, and this is so far what I've got for roughly about hour-ish. Definitely looks really cool, but it is definitely a lot more difficult for weaving and learning what I have to do for all the LED strips here. But so far, not too bad. No, it's not as bad as you think it is. Realistically, the only trickiest thing is carefully read the instruction of what you're bending.
Yeah.
In the manual itself, everything they have that's actually highlighted in the pink here, where it says check, you really want to check these off just to make sure you've done it right before you're moving on. Because once you've done it, you don't really want to go back.
Yeah, so I am in charge of the base, and this is how far I've gotten so far. And I have these guys, so there's 3 of them. They've been pretty easy and pretty straightforward. I think the most difficult part so far was actually kind of getting over the heart attack that is putting the ribbon cable in here, right, and making sure it doesn't pinch. So there's a lot of things that you have to do to make sure before you close everything off, you have to make sure you're not pinching the cables. These are actually very straightforward. These are not difficult at all. Once you build one, you can build the other ones without even looking at the manual, which is what I've been doing. There are other steps that I have to get to, but so far it's been pretty fun. It's been pretty cool. What do you think so far, Kevin, on the weapons?
A lot of repetitiveness. We are doing some customization to this right now because Derek loves guns so much. So that's his beam rifle with the clips.
Hey guys, so I am done with the new base. I'm still gonna build the old base that everybody already has come to know for the unicorn, but this is done. It took, I don't know how long it was recording, but like I want to say like an hour and a half.
Yeah, give or take.
The only reason it took that long is because of the damn cables. They're not terrible cables, they're actually pretty nice, but just having to weave them into the arms and everything and make sure that they're correctly aligned is the main thing. Once you build one of these, you build all of these. So once you build one, you can build the other ones immediately. So yeah, we're gonna keep going on with the rest.
All right, guys. So, a little bit over 2 hours in, I came to a realization. I flipped the LEDs the wrong way while I was attaching to the neck, to the back.
Ooh, you suck.
Boo! Because they're supposed to be folded in one direction, and I messed up on that.
Carefully read the instruction of what you're bending.
So you have to really pay attention which way they fold. There is a guide in here, and I realize this. I've been reading it at the very beginning. I should carefully say it tells you if there's a single line, you have to fold it inside. And if it's double line, you have to fold it on the outside. And there's a specific reason for it. You have to follow those cues specifically, I guess. And which, unfortunately, if you miss one step wrong, So it might turn to the, I don't know how much lighting it's going to be when I turn this guy on, but we'll see how it goes. But it's really, really, really important. I stress that if you see the lines, follow the instructions and really be careful exactly which way you're folding these.
All right, we're all finished here, guys. Finally. Took us how long?
7 hours. Jeez.
7 hours times 3.
But it's done. It is done.
It's all done. So it's not as scary as a person thinks about the building process for us as far as what we experienced. Yes, it took 3 of us.
Yeah.
But long story short, it's not that bad.
It's not. It's a very lengthy process. So for a person, we would like to say 7 times 3, 21 hours, right? So maybe there's a full day, 2 days project on somebody just literally doing this and building it all day long, right? But the main thing to remember about this build is, in your words, patience.
Yes. Ideally, this is going to be one of those you really have to look and actually follow the step-by-steps of where these wires have to be in, because there's so many nice little places on there that will give you warnings to check. Make sure, if you don't know, go again, check it through, because the idea is that once you go through it, it's really difficult to go back.
Yeah. But on another note, the material used, the plastic, you want to talk about that a little bit? You mentioned it about the old unicorn, which we have
Oh,
here.
right. So with the new plastic kit here, it's so much better. The finish on it is also crisp, super strong. The even mobility on this with the plastic is perfect. You don't have to worry about any stress marks or anything like that on the kit itself.
Yeah, this is the best undergated kit I have ever seen, and I've built a couple of them. And some of the main ones that are already as the best ones are the RG New, the RG Sasami, right? They're like, oh, the undergate is really awesome. This kit, literally on the armor pieces, you will see no nub marks, on the armor pieces. On the gray pieces, you will see some, but with minimal effort, you will see nothing on this. You can probably see some on the weapons.
Holy shoot. Like, how many weapons was there in total? Is like
6 Gatling guns.
Oh man. And then you can separate each one of these, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Because with these, you can separate it and you can change the handle. You could take this part, put it downwards,
Oh, okay.
and it becomes, well, after you remove this, but it becomes just the gun itself.
Oh, damn.
So there's actually 6 of them.
Going back to it, the weaving of the LEDs is not as bad as people think it is. And to be honest, for us, we put it together, we were afraid, but to be honest, here's the funny thing. The amount of times we retested, nothing actually broke or anything, so.
So that's a good thing. Good point you said that, because you should always retest after a little bit, just because in case of anywhere that gets pinched, it's always good to retest as you build along, just to make sure everything's constantly lit up when you turn it on.
But this is the main unicorn mode. It looks beautiful. The finish on the plastic, again, I'm gonna repeat what Kevin said. It's gorgeous. It's such a beautiful plastic. You can see this one. I think this one's painted though, right?
No, it's not.
It's not.
This
This
is
is
straight build.
This is straight build. Okay, so this straight build. This is the old.
Yeah,
Massacre.
this is the I always like to say OG. This is pretty much the OG unicorn that came out with the MS base itself. It was just a straight build for myself then, but if you can kind of see the difference, how with the original one, it's super shiny. And this one has more of a matte finish, which makes it look that much better. And also, the new one is slightly bigger.
So these are just very straightforward, believe it or not, right? The scary part of this are the cables. The cabling on this is scary because you have to weave it through here. But once you do one of these, because there's 3 in total, right? They're for the shields. Once you do one of them, you can do the other 2 immediately, like super fast. I honestly don't have any gripes with this. This is actually just super clean, very basic. I think if anything, the scariest part was the main body for you with LEDs.
Yeah.
But the cable does not feel cheap at all. It all works, and it's got a really nice storage room right here, which you can even turn and bring it out. You're gonna have to pull it out a little bit, but point is, yeah, it works.
Still took him 3 hours to do this.
The only thing here that I'm gonna say about this base, which I love, by the way, is these plastic connectors down here. These are very weak plastic. Like this one right here, we'll probably put a picture up. It actually broke.
Yeah.
It bent a little. I honestly don't even know how it happened. I know when I grabbed things, but when I just came back to this, part of the top was already folded in, and I had to fix it with pliers in order. I mean, it works. That's completely fine. Let's talk about the plastic casing is very, very weak. So be careful with these specifically. And if you see, they're kind of hanging out, and you're like, why are they hanging? Well, that's one of the things, is they're supposed to be stored in here, but if you don't do it correctly, they're just gonna pop out again. They're just gonna keep popping out and popping out. So that is something to keep in mind, definitely. But yeah, either way, base is really awesome. Also, just one more thing before we finish with the base that I was reminded, is looking at this. Just be very careful when you're working with this ribbon cable. Not that it's weak or anything, but in here, it's all just weaved around there. So whenever you're gonna close it, just make sure that when you're pulling this up and down, so for example, right here, where is it? I think it
Pull
is.
that down.
It is
Pull
here.
back. Yep.
Well, I have to lift this one a little bit. Well,
Do you want me to slide the boy out? I'll slide the boy out.
yeah, slide him out because I'm scared.
He's not.
So,
There.
the thing you have to do here is you have to make sure that when you're before you even close it or anything, you want to do this and play around with it before you even cover it completely, just to make sure that the cable has enough slack to come up and then go back down without pinching it, because you might break it. Yeah, now we're gonna go into destroy mode. Hey guys, welcome back. I think it's pretty worth it. What do you think?
I think it's a great kit.
Oh man.
Am I gonna take it apart and paint it? No.
Now, could you imagine taking it apart
You will.
and painting it? You have to be crazy to do that. But going back to the lights, we have the PG unicorn here that some guy built and painted. And was it you who did?
Yes.
And no, I'm kidding. It's a beautiful kit. The PG unicorn is one of the most, I think, bought kits. I see it everywhere.
Yeah, I think so. Well, let's see. There's the unicorn. There's the Banshee, Van-X.
Yeah. So the lighting gimmick on this is really nice when I first saw it, right? But this thing just blows it out of the park. Like Bandai, as much as obviously here in the GTS show we have a little running joke where we just laugh about the unicorn every time unicorn. They're just taking out a unicorn every time. But to be honest,
Absolutely.
I love this kit. Would I get it? And you guys know me. If you guys watch the show, you guys know how much I just don't like the fact that I just keep reproducing these guys. I'm definitely thinking about getting this kit. 100%. Like, I definitely want it. The lighting gimmick really works well here. It pulsates. There's different modes for it.
But like, say for example, like if we look at between, like we're gonna show the little bit of lights in the gimmicks right now. For example, the base itself, nice little flap up. There's the on-off switch here, and then there's the click button. So technically, when it actually starts off at the beginning, it's just going to be lighting the head, but then it'll slowly turn up to the rest of the body. Now, comparison, like take a look at the coloring, right?
The coloring on the MGEX is definitely by far a lot better and brighter than the PG itself.
Yeah, I enjoy the fact is it actually was pointed out by Bryan, and I didn't even notice it. This guy's pulsating. The color is actually pulsating and changing, which is actually pretty amazing itself. And the color correction is great, and then it actually flips and switch.
Yeah, so this is the last form. This is the last mode, just to correct. This is how it begins, right? It's off. When you first turn it on, you're gonna get the head, right? The head is gonna stay on. This is like in unicorn mode.
Yep.
Right? But it's not, right? What we want is the destroy mode, so we get pulsating head, and then all of a sudden, there we go.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you click it one more time,
Yeah. And give it a
It
second.
turns it off.
no, it just goes into this, and then boom.
Yeah. The stands will only light up green when the actual suit is on green. Unfortunately, anything else outside of that, these will not turn on.
Yeah.
So just be aware and don't freak out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Derek almost cried. He read back to back and just kept on reading to make sure everything was correct. And we're like, dude, just turn everything to green, it'll be fine. He wouldn't listen.
Yeah, he wouldn't listen. It's just, that's the nature of things. Thing is, it looks beautiful in full armor unicorn mode. This is like we talked about earlier. This is the original
The
one.
original.
We're kind of trying to copy the same post, and you guys can maybe see the differences. One gripe I will say, now that we're completely reviewing the kit, is the stickers.
There's still very minimal stickers. Like the only other ones I can think of, you only put in, I think it's just more or less just the V-fin.
Just the head
Yeah, just mainly the
that
head.
you can't even see.
Yeah.
Everything is covered up.
Yeah.
And the V-fin mainly, nothing else.
I mean, it doesn't have a lot of stickers, but the thing is, for the price, it shouldn't have any stickers at all, in my opinion. None at all. I mean, yeah, for a lot of people, you're buying the LEDs, right?
Yes.
But this should at least be already colored in. Like, it should just be a yellow piece. I believe.
No, 100%.
It's always been one of those things that every one of the unicorns we actually looked at, it's something that could be ever approached.
It seems
The
fine.
little,
Oh, for the guns.
for the gun, little scopes.
Okay.
For the guns.
Again, the guns itself are the same as like the previous kits anyway.
Except for the plastic. The plastic on
The
here
plastic
are
quality.
ridges. They're ridges now on this one. From what I remember, the Verka ones are not. The full armor unicorn doesn't have the ridges. It has this so the light can actually bounce off.
Yeah, it actually lights up properly on this one.
Yeah.
So there is a few different improvements in there, and yeah, this is really neat. I like the idea that actually you can actually spare out the weapons for itself.
Yep.
Oh.
But with that said, what is the final verdict when it comes to our star system?
I give it a 4 out of 5.
Why 4 out of 5?
The reason why I didn't give it a 5 out of 5 actually is just because of not that it's a bad thing. You just gotta be super careful with how you wire everything. This is definitely not a kit for beginners. But overall itself, the quality of the plastic, the depth of the colors that shows up, and in truth, the enjoyness of watching Derek build it, it's great.
It's priceless.
Priceless.
How about you, Derek? Do not. I'm sorry. Like, yes, I actually really love this thing. I really do. And actually, I might actually give it the full 5. To be honest, the coloring, the correction of the plastic, everything feels great. And especially, I built majority of the entire base unit itself outside of the weapons. Holy shoot, this thing was actually taking a lot of time and effort engineering into this. And it's amazing. Especially, once you have this all light up, there's not a part in there that doesn't shine. And to be honest, and we didn't even get to it yet with the posability. I'm actually moving parts of this and it holds. But the thing is, with the LED strips...
Yeah, with the LED strips, right? I definitely get what you're getting at. So you say 5 out of 5.
I do love it. I do love it. Yes, we do agree and disagree a lot the pricing on it. But to be honest, for what it actually comes with, for all this extra plastic, and then also the engineering they put into the LEDs, I really do like this kit a lot.
All right, sounds good.
At the same time, the experience coming out of it, everyone levels up a little bit more because there's no way of going down from building this guy.
Yeah.
No.
And I would personally give it a 4.5 out of 5. The only reason I'm deducting 0.5 in my mind is the same thing Kevin said. This isn't a kit that if you're somebody who likes to customize, who wants to paint, who wants to do all of this stuff, realistically speaking, it's gonna be a hassle to work with. You're gonna want to paint this before you put it together. And even then you're gonna have to think about the pieces fitting together, because when you add that extra layer of paint, it's probably not gonna, it's gonna fit too tight. You have to move certain things. It's gonna be either always in destroy mode, you're never gonna put it on unicorn mode. So I'm just gonna have to say what Kevin said. It's not a kit for beginners. This is for the serious collector who wants to have the unicorn kit, a showpiece. This is a showpiece. When I first started this hobby, people used to tell me the master grade Sasbi Verkal was the end boss of all master grades. And though it's not the same tier because this is a now master grade extreme, it's a different thing in itself. This thing is a difficult build. So 4.5 out of 5.
Hey, there we go. So we even it out.
Yeah, guys. And anyway, we really want to thank PLAMOD for sponsoring this video and sponsoring the kit itself. If you are in Canada, go to your local store and just tell them, hey, is PLAMOD hooking you up?
Yeah. Hey.
And you can find it there.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Have a good one.